Yes, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show, where we try and promote all the sports that are happening here in South Australia, and there is plenty coming up on the show as I welcome my co-host Barry Curtin. Baz, how are you?
Good, thank you, mate.
Now, mate, we've got to get off to a fly because we've got a lot of cramming in to do here. So I want to talk about the Southern Footy League right off the top. Of course, they had their finals on the weekend. Women's preliminary final, Ranella. I don't want to say it, but they're my team. 5-point winners, mate, over Christie's Beach. So grand final is on this weekend, Sunday. Flagstaff Hill up against Ranella, 150.
Get on the flaggies.
Geez, you're good, aren't you? All right, in the men's, mate, Flagstaff Hill, grand final favourites, and they showed it. They were way too big, too strong for Christie's Beach. Noarlunga, 31-point winners over Morphett Vale. So, of course, this Saturday, the prelim final, Christie's Beach, Noarlunga. At Christie's Beach.
Oh, it's at Christie's. They get a home one. Get
a home one.
How do you work that out? Where's the press?
It's a bit like Eddie, mate. If you know the right people, you can pull some strings. So,
well, speaking of that, while it's fresh in my mind, you just said it there, while Eddie, did you know that Collingwood
played 5 games in a row.
7 games. They will play 7 games in a row at the Gabba. And even Brisbane only play 5.
Exactly right.
So how do they work that out?
You know, it's no way that is set up by Eddie. You can't believe the bloke that does the draw says, hey, Eddie, I'll get you as many games as I can because pre-COVID, mate, now we're in COVID, we know it's going to be at the Gabba. When they didn't make the decision until a week and a half ago, I think I know Eddie's great and Eddie's good and I really like Eddie, but even Eddie couldn't swing that one. So Eddie. I reckon get off Eddie's case. I want to talk to you about Eddie Betts.
Eddie Betts?
Yep, Eddie Betts. Nixie having a chat with his players before the game saying we're being a little bit friendly here. Let's focus on the game. Thoughts?
Exactly right. Exactly right. No, absolutely right. Nixie would have been a really unhappy camper by looking at that, I would think. Because as a supporter, Phil, if you look at that and your team doing that, you would go, hang on a minute, boys, let's do that after the match. Let's give him a pat on the back and have a beer with him after the match, not during the match. It's a bit like the cricket. We used to say to certain players, when they come out to bat, don't talk to them, whether he's your mate or not. This is not a friendly. This is a game where you have to win. So when Phil Smythe comes in the bat, don't say, how you going, Phil? Say nothing to Phil. Make Phil feel unwelcome. And I think I think Nixie did the right thing there.
No, I 100% agree with you. Brad Crouch, stay or go?
I think he might stay.
Right.
I think he might stay.
Now, the Power, mate, won't rest their players in the last game. Good decision or bad decision?
Well, they haven't done it all year, Phil.
No.
So why do it now?
Right.
See,
some players
are conditioned in the pre-season, before we had COVID, they are conditioned to play 23 games. So if they're fit enough to play them. Why would you? It's an old story, mate. Flirting with form.
All right.
Let's not flirt with form. So and they won't do it. They won't do that.
Kenny Hickley's doing the right thing as far as you're concerned.
I do.
All right. I want to ask you, Tex Walker, 1 goal away from breaking Tony Modra's record. He'll become the greatest Crows goal scorer. Well deserved.
I have no issue with it.
No.
At all. I think Tex was a fantastic player. When he first came on the scene. He's a shadow of his former self right now. But he deserves it. Good on him. I know Mods is a big hero with the Adelaide Football Club, but I don't think there'd be too many Adelaide people that would begrudge Tex equalling or, if not, just beating him by 1.
I reckon he's been a bit harshly judged this year, but that's a story for another time. Bryce Gibbs, of course, finished up with his 268 games, then gets carried off the ground by 2 of his teammates from Carlton, where he played most of his footy. Good or bad?
Bad.
Because?
Well, mate, it's Crows people might have a go at me here, but I don't care. It is a difference between the 2 clubs. First of all, they handed Gibbs a game.
Right.
They gave him a game, a farewell game. That doesn't happen down the road at Albion. There ain't no farewell games for anybody. Don't care who you are.
Never happened.
Do not get a farewell game. That's not on. And then to be cheered off by the opposition, I don't know whether it's a good look. A lot of people are saying, oh, look, it was a wonderful gesture. Well, I look at it and I think, why are they doing that?
I reckon we've seen some different things this year because of COVID. The players have had to get closer together. I think there's just some unusual things that happen. I'm not offended by it. I'm really not.
Sentiment.
All right, I want to ask you this one because this one does get up me a little bit. Port Adelaide will either finish first or second at the end of this season. They've sat at top of the ladder for quite a while now, though, and they probably will finish first. I feel like they've been disrespected. This year. I don't feel the buzz of they've had a great year. They're not getting the accolades they should for being minor premiers. And again, I know it's only minor premiership. It's not the same as the premiership, but if Richmond was sitting there or Essendon was sitting there or West Coast, we'd be hearing a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's because they're the smaller club. If the Bulldogs were doing it, would it be the same? I just don't think they get the respect that they should be getting for what they've done this year.
The commentators are hanging their hat on one game, on the Geelong game. Geelong belted them. But, they're hanging their hat on that. They were talking about it last night on one of the Fox Footy.
So Richmond just belted Geelong.
Well, that's right. And Port belted Richmond.
Yeah.
So they're hanging their hat on the Port-Geelong game, which was a bit of a disappointment because of the build-up and whatever to that game. And they're saying, well, Port can't be trusted. Excuse me? They've been on top since 23rd of March.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Okay.
Come on.
No, I'm with you. Last one because we've got to get going.
Yeah.
Riverbank. Sporting Complex.
Yes.
In the paper this week. What do you think? Good or
Bring
bad?
it on, mate.
I'm with you. Bring it on. I think we need more of it here in South Australia.
Bring it on.
We have got plenty coming up on the show. We've got to get to Chelsea though. So off to Chelsea.
Hi guys, I'm Chelsea and I'm here to bring you your sporting news update for this week. Unfortunately, Aj is out sick for the next couple of weeks and we wish him a speedy recovery. In the Super Netball, the Adelaide Thunderbirds are set to face the GWS Giants in their newly revealed 2020 Indigenous Guernsey. Ghana Narunga and Ngarrindjeri artist Carly Dodd designed the Guernsey, which will be worn in tomorrow night's round 13 clash. Dodd said that her connection to netball growing up made her really excited for the project. The idea of there being no iron team was a key factor in the design process, as well as the connection between community and sport. I can't wait to see the Guernsey debut tomorrow night, and let's hope it brings the girls a win. The NBL has announced that the 2020-2021 season will be delayed until mid-January next year. After the league consulted with all 9 clubs and the Australian Basketball Players Association, they decided it would be in everyone's best interest to play in front of as many fans as possible. Although mid-January is the aim, the NBL will not nominate an exact date because of border restrictions, venue availability and community transmission. Owner and Executive Chairman Larry Kestelman said they intend to play a full season using 1 or more hubs to achieve this. Adelaide Oval is set to host the first of 3 State of Origin games on the 4th of November. SA Health has given the green light on increased crowd numbers at Adelaide Oval with a crowd capacity of over 26,000. Events South Australia Executive Director Hitaf Rashid is confident that the match will be a much-needed boost for the state's economy. With the Queensland and ACT borders now open, Ms Rashid is hopeful the New South Wales border will open in time for the clash. Health officials have given the green light on the Adelaide Marathon Festival, making it the first marathon in the Southern Hemisphere to get the go-ahead since COVID-19. 1,200 participants have signed up across the 4 events which are set to take place this Sunday. The marathon will have significant changes due to COVID-19, such as smaller, socially distant groups with 10-second intervals between them instead of one large group. I wish all the participants luck for Sunday. It's incredible that we can have this sort of event in Adelaide despite the circumstances. Thanks for tuning in to this week's sporting update. We'll be back to you after the break.